Welcome, friends, to the day 3, where we are going to talk about using power of mind, helping the CEOs to raise their productivity and grow their businesses. Yes, in the last 2 days, we talked about the broad introduction and the benefits of power of mind. What does the power of mind mean? And there are some leading people in the world, including in India, who are using morning routine to prepare not just the body, but prepare the mind, because the mind does all the work for the 16 hours. Yes, you are not aware possibly, but you need to prepare mind. So today, what we are going to talk about is when you want to incorporate some of these good habits, you will certainly face obstacles because nothing in life is easy. You know the Newton's second law. He says the object will not move. It will remain as where it is unless you give up force to it. So same thing happens to us in our lives. Unless you really are determined, you're committed, you will not be able to change yourself. You would like to be in your comfort zone, which you have developed over a period of time. On top of it, you have your own beliefs. So let me tell you very quickly, what are those 3 possible, or there are many options, many obstacles that one may face, or very different obstacles. These are not the only ones. Let's say your employee says, sir, this is, I could not convince my vendor, and I have committed so and so terms and conditions for purchase of certain material. And you would wonder, how did you agree? You will get agitated. You will possibly fire him. You will say you are useless or whatever. But you know that when you do anything like this, you are going to find fault with the other person. But you would not possibly look at yourself within, that the poor fellow never had an opportunity to learn something like this before. This was his first encounter. And should I have been so agitated? Should I have used such words with him and discouraged him? Maybe his productivity for the rest of the day will go down. Who is the loser? You are the loser. He may not even come tomorrow. If you have really fired him very well, very hard, he may take a leave tomorrow. Who is the loser? You are the loser. But you don't blame yourself for getting agitated. Was that the right approach? Yeah, think. But you say, well, that's, I got to fire him. He made a big mistake. No, there are benefits on this side as well. Yes, when you think, you will come to know what are the other ways to set things right. So typically, we think somebody else is wrong. He is at fault, not me. But I have discouraged him for next 2 days. His productivity will come down. Is that what you wanted? No. Similarly, let's say you have been doing all of your business growth all these years, and you have so much of self-confidence, and you have developed a habit. Fortunately, you've been successful. So you believe what I say is right, what I think is right. I have never been wrong, and I have nothing to learn. So when you hear this kind of a session, you say, oh, I know everything. I don't need to. Even on the day 1, you may not have looked at that video, right? But something in your mind, something, your good luck, your good stars prompted you to possibly listen to that first video, and so you are here today. Anybody like that who did not really want to think that he needs to attend? Say yes in this chat box. Right? And now you find it's beneficial. You would like to attend. I'll be happy to know this yes as well, that who is finding. Are you all finding beneficial to attend? these sessions in the last 2 sessions. So this is the kind of inner resistance. I know enough. I know everything. I have been a great successful guy. And who are these guys they are not relevant for me? No, the world demands that you become constant learner. Now the pandemics have almost proven the case that all your old methods of doing business are practically not useful. You got to find new ways, whether to get the employees do the job well, or get the vendors to work with you, or get the customers to, on your side. Everything, the rules of the game have changed. We learn it. This is true at all levels, for employees, for owners, for managers, right? For vendors, for bankers, for global businessmen, for governments, for government servants, everyone. So similarly, another obstacle you may feel, well, I have no time. Morning routine, I hardly have time because I sleep very late every day night, and there is no time for me in the morning. I got to look up my mails, I got to look up this and that, and there is no extra time. But remember, if you want something to change, you got to learn and devote time to practice. So such obstacles will emerge, and you say, I can't change anything. You may go through all the 7 days, but it won't benefit you because you have not put yourself, you haven't applied that Newton's force, Newton's second law, you remember? Unless you apply force on yourself, you won't move fast, right? You remember the rocket we talked on the first day? The rocket needs a huge force to get into the higher orbit. To get into the higher orbit, you need to put a huge force on yourself, to change habits, to practice, to try out something new. Just as you tell others, and your colleagues, your managers, yes, you must try, you must experiment. Experimentation is the king. So with this, I would like to say, have patience with you. Give some time for yourself to develop a new you, the new genius within you, and you will reach stars. Yes, you can reach stars, mind you. So this is Mahendra Kapadia, peak performance and happiness coach with 35 plus years of corporate and industrial experience, a keynote speaker and author of 2 books, co-author of 2 books. I'm happy to help here. We are going through 7-day course on using the power of mind to help CEOs raise their game of business, raise their productivity. So next, day 4 video will be on really getting into the action mode and how do we go about the bringing in those habits. So please do join for day 4. Until then, good day. Thank you. All the best.